What's up, guys? Sorry if I look like shit. Actually, I was probably the last thing I was telling you is that I was trying not to come down with the flu, and I did. Yesterday I didn't vlog at all because I was so sick I couldn't get out of bed the entire day. So, needless to say, this has been a horrible week for workouts. Horrible. I was trying to make up for it over the weekend, and I've just gotten sick, and now I'm like weak as hell. And how's that different than any other time, right? No, now I don't know. You know how it is. If you have the flu, if you get sick, and then like it's like for days afterwards, you're just like you hurt like to your bones, your muscles are sore, and so. I haven't eaten much either, so it makes me really weak. I think I had like 2 pudding cups yesterday and some Gatorade, and that was it. So the scale should look good for the diet, but you know, not too good on preserving muscle mass and things like that. But I'll try to update you more after skipping yesterday. I'll let you know today I have to go into work and actually work like a double. So I'm going in around noon, and I'll be working till around 1 a.m. 2 o'clock, something like that. And I'll let you guys know how the day goes. But yeah, I'm just feeling like garbage, and hopefully we can get to feeling better in the next couple days. I'll make sure I take my vitamins, drink plenty of water. You know, the puking aspect of the flu is pretty much done now. I'm just kind of recovering from it. So.
Bye. Daddy, bye. Tell Daddy bye. Say bye, Daddy.
Bye. Bye. So there's something that I was thinking about, and I wanted to kind of touch on it here. Don't get discouraged about weight loss during any kind of cut, any kind of you know, diet that you're doing, because weight loss is almost never linear. Like you might lose a lot one week and like nothing the next week, and then even on the same diet, on the same calories, continue losing the week after. You might even lose, and then it seems like you gain a pound, and then you lose 3. It's like, as long as it is on a downward slope overall, then you know, stick with that. Stick with what you're doing, because a lot of times people they'll see a week that isn't as consistent as the other weeks, or see a day where their weight goes up, and they'll immediately want to jump ship and change their diet. They want to lower their calories or lower their carbs or something. But it's like, if it's working over an extended period of time, stick with it, because I mean, that's the most healthy way to do it. You don't want to be, honestly, you don't want to be losing, you know, several pounds every week. You don't want to be losing 3 to 5 pounds every week. That's actually too much, and it's not as sustainable, and you're probably losing a significant amount of muscle along with the fat that you're losing. So but I just wanted to give you an example. Normally the first week of any diet, the first week that you change your calories, you're going to see a more significant loss than any other of the following weeks. So, you know, when week 2 or week 3 isn't as great as week 1, you know, don't get discouraged by that. That's actually just everything evening out. That first week, a lot of times you're dropping water weight. You know, you might have had better fiber, so you might be going to the bathroom more. You might be getting rid of weight that way, and it's not necessarily all body fat. So just remember that. You know, week 1, I'm going to show you my. I record my weight each morning when I wake up on an empty stomach every morning, and I'm going to show you what it looks like here. That's when I started, January 5th. At 171.4. As you see, it went down pretty rapidly over that first week. See, 1.5 through 12. That'd be the first week. So it looks like I lost 6 pounds in my first week. But that's normal, like I said. Then you can see here is 165.8, 164.8, and then 164. And I was actually sick on the 13th, 14th, and 15th. So, you know, that it may have stayed the same had I actually been eating, but I wasn't even eating much at all. I mean, hardly any, probably under 500 calories on one of the days. So that might be the only reason I lost any weight there. But anyway, that's my point is, you know, there's a lot of variables to losing weight, and it's not going to be linear, and just because it's not progressing the same each week doesn't mean that you're not making progress. So just keep that in mind on your own diets. What's up, guys? It is January 16th, Saturday. I did not get Cameron this weekend. I don't know if I mentioned that before or not, but I was sick with the flu, and I'm just kind of worried that I'm still contagious. Feeling pretty much better, I think. I'll probably get back to my workouts tomorrow morning, which is Sunday. Today's Saturday, by the way. Saturday the 16th. And see, today Eva wanted to clean the house really well, so she sent me and the other 2 kids to go play. So we went to the ice cream store that we've been to before. I've had in videos before. And then we went to this little park inside of a shopping mall, and that was cool. They had a lot of fun, but we spent probably about 4 hours or so just out and about playing. And now we're all gonna get food. I'm cutting, so I'm gonna pass on the pizza. Not that I have to. I could get pizza, but I don't want to. It's harder to fit pizza than I'm actually gonna go get Moe's, and Moe's is kind of like Chipotle. So I'll probably get a bowl there, and it's just a lot easier to fit that into, you know, flexible dieting. It's a lot easier to fit that into my calories and macros than it is pizza. You know, if I eat pizza, I'm gonna have to eat a lot less or a lot lower carb, lower fat the rest of the day, and I don't really want to do that. So, plus I really enjoy Moe's, so that's what we're gonna get, and the rest of them are gonna get Pizza Hut, I think. So Asher gets a free personal pizza like every month if he reads like $30. So that's what we're gonna do, and what kind of rice is that?
Same as this, except it's cooked in tomato broth and it has a little jalapeno in it.
Oh yeah? Let me have some of that. Cheese. We have a scoop of sour cream. I'll just get some of the hot sauce on the side.
Sure. We actually have it over there by the salsa bar.
Okay, we'll do that. And then does it come with chips? Okay. I admire people getting their cardio in when it's cold like this. It's like 20 degrees or something. So now we're off to get Pizza Hut for everybody else. Reason I kind of show this stuff, guys, is because, you know, that's part of what I wanted to show with the flexible dieting. How you'll see my body composition change, and you'll probably actually see me with more energy and feeling better here. You know, just due to I'm eating mostly clean foods. You know, I'm eating 80 to 90% whole foods. You know, the typical healthy foods, raw foods, you know, I don't know, whole foods. But just showing that you can indulge, even on a daily basis, a little bit, as long as it's fitting into your diet, as long as, you know, and it's not gonna affect your weight loss, and it's also not gonna affect your health if you're doing it sparingly. I mean, that's the whole point, guys. It's like, you know, eating a cookie is not somebody's problem, you know. Eating a cookie is not your problem. Eating 40 cookies is your problem. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just the way it is, you know. Eating a slice of pizza is not your problem. That's not going to harm you drastically. It's not going to affect your health to eat one slice of pizza now and then, you know. Even once a week, you know, eat 1 or 2 slices of pizza. Is that going to hurt you? No, it's not. It's the people who eat an entire pizza in a sitting, you know. Those are the habits we got to break. You know, we got to have a healthy relationship with food. And that's what flexible dieting is all about, at least to me. You know, it's about forming a healthier relationship with food, learning to actually eat portion sizes. When you do indulge, you know, I mean, if you're eating broccoli or something, it's like something that's so low calorie and so good for you like that, so nutritious. You know, I wouldn't harp on portion sizes, you know. Eat as much of that stuff as you want. But really, when it comes down to, you know, the reason most people gain weight is because, you know, they're not eating serving sizes. They're eating 2, 3, 5 times the amount that people are supposed to eat of things. And that's most people's problem, I think, when it comes to gaining weight and sticking to a diet. So that's what I'm trying to show with by documenting this journey. Not only, you know, the workouts and the day-to-day life and how you just live your normal life, you know, when you're dieting. It's not something you have to look at as some big thing that you're doing. You know, if you build it up so much, it's going to be harder. If you build it up like it's going to be really hard, it's going to be really hard. You know, same thing as, you know, anything that you're doing big, that you're building up in your mind, is going to be, you know, a bigger deal. It's going to be harder to deal with. So just like, you know, a diet's a diet. You don't have to make it into this huge event in your life, and that puts a lot more pressure on you, and it makes you feel like you're being deprived. And then another thing, with the flexible dieting, you don't feel deprived because you're actually indulging, you know, like a normal human being should, and not like, you know, a glutton. You know, you're not feasting every time that you have some food that's not quote unquote clean or the typical health foods. You know, you're just eating a portion or 2, you know, but you're not overdoing it, and that's the whole point. And so that's why we track the calories and macros, to make sure that we're actually having portion sizes and actually staying within a calorie budget and a macro budget. So yeah, follow along. You'll see. You know, I eat what I want. I don't eat huge amounts of it. So I don't like onions, so I don't use the corn that they gave me. I have my own. It has just red and green bell peppers, and then I got some jalapenos on the side.
Nobody cares.
You don't have to film yet.